Thanks for joining us here at Ol's Performance and Machine. I'm going to take you guys through a little bit of the procedure for camshaft installation. After we install the cam bearings in this, we make sure we take an inspection of the main journals on the cam, and you got 5 of them on the camshaft. We like to micro polish them. Sometimes when you look real closely, you'll see the fine lines from the stone after the diamond is dressed to stone. So we like to remove those fine lines, and we like to, as mentioned, micro polish it so that the oil stays up on the surface and pressure around the cam bearings keeps it afloat, and it reduces any chance of the camshaft digging into the cam bearings. So here we have a 1966 400 engine. This originally came with the bigger lifter bore, the 921 lifter bores. It still is the 39-degree camshaft bank angle. We went ahead and installed the lifter bore bushings into this to reduce it down from 921 to 842 so we can convert over to a hydraulic roller in this application. This will definitely benefit the customer and increase mechanical reliability. Okay, so first things first, before we get it up on the engine stand, we want to make sure that the camshaft spins fine. Not all the time the camshaft spin fine, and then therefore you got to figure out where the issue might be. Do you have a tight housing bore? Do you have a cam bearing that might be sized incorrectly? Or do you have a camshaft that could not have been adjusted after it was ground or during the process where it might be out 1.5 thou or 2 thou or so on and so forth. So what we do is we make sure we check that so that it runs out perfectly straight. We do that thereafter in the event the camshaft gives us an issue, whereas it's not really spinning nice in the engine, we'll go ahead and troubleshoot it from there. This one, as you could see here, this spins really nice. It has no drag other than the oil that's on it between the journal and the cam bearing. We don't want to have a situation where we got a spot in it where it drags a little and then frees up. That's not uncommon, so go ahead and check your camshaft after installation. Don't just assume if you got a spot that it will drag that, hey, it's going to be good, it'll just wear itself in. That's kind of like not a good idea. You know, you might be taking the motor out thereafter. So it's always good if you guys have an issue and you're having a camshaft that drags or something like that and you need some assistance, you can give us a call. So that's the procedure. We're going to go ahead and, now that we know that this camshaft spins really nice and free, we're going to go ahead and make our modification on the backside of the cam flange to house our encased Torrington bearing. And as you could see, we made the modification here in the block so that the cam bearing would ride between the camshaft flange and the face of the engine block on needle, like on a needle bearing, which works great. So there's no metal-to-metal contact here between the camshaft and the engine block. Anytime you're using a hydraulic roller, you want to go ahead and get a hold of our one of encased bearings. So once again, if you guys need parts, camshafts, we got many camshafts in stock, not only for the 39-degree bank angles, but for the 45-degree as well. Get a hold of us, 1-800-382-1320. Like and share our page. So that's the story with camshaft installation, and with the process of what we do to install the encased Torrington bearing. Like mentioned, it's not on right now, but we're going to take it out of the block now that we know it spins fine, and we're going to set up in our fixture and make the modification to the back of the camshaft. If you got a camshaft that happens to be in your motor, you're apart during the process of rebuilding, and you want us to make that adjustment on the back side of the cam as well as provide you with the encased bearing, just give us a holler. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Like and share. Take care.